More than a day has passed since the publication of the video on which Ramzan Kadyrov's son Adam beats Nikita Zhuravell, who is accused of burning Quran. Since then, no high-ranking Russian official or politician has commented on the incident. Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov refused to speak to journalists about this situation.
I will not comment on the story of Kadyrov's son. Why not? I don't want to.
There were no statements from Russian law enforcement agencies either. However, according to lawyers, the people involved in the beating, as well as the person who distributed the video, could be persecuted under at least 9 articles. Kadyrov is not afraid of persecution, and this is not the first time he has defiantly violated the law to show that no one in Russia can give him orders, experts say.
Kadyrov is the henchman of the times of Ivan the Terrible, in its purest form, which has no laws. It serves exclusively the throne of Russia, in this case Putin, and it is ready to do all dirty work for Putin in exchange, of course, for the resources that this family gets to show who is the master of the house.
Chechen officials expectedly expressed their support to the actions of Kadyrov's son, but not everyone in Russia shared their admiration of this action. However, the wording was chosen very carefully. For example, the Russian ombudsman Tatyana Moskalkova simply called for compliance with the law, and most of the propagandists spoke in the same vein. And only in marginalized anonymous Russian nationalist internet communities was the reaction to the beating of Nikita Zhuravell sharply negative.
And the so-called official nationalists who work for the Kremlin, well, they of course said that this should not happen, that Russia should be a unified state where unified laws are enforced. All this is absolutely ridiculous, given the fact that it doesn't exist for many years now. We see that some people have been outraged about the fact that the Russian was beaten with impunity, when this is going to end and so on, but their outrage doesn't go any further.
Nevertheless, such an audacious act by Kadyrov has called a wave of outrage in Russian society. In the media, social networks and chat rooms, the top topic was Kadyrov's son waving his fists in the Romance Center. At the same time, the discussion of the Chechen leader's health has been releged to the background. According to analysts, this was the real aim of those who published the video in Ramzan Kadyrov's Telegram channel.
I think this is all a special information operation aimed at getting us to stop discussing Ramzan Kadyrov's health, and if he is really dying, which is not impossible, then the Kremlin could calmly, without information pressure, decide who will be his successor. Hold talks with all Chechen fighters, with Russian security forces, and find a man who suits the best.
At the same time, Russian pseudo-oppositionist Ksenia Sobchak claims that on the evening of September 25th, she had a 40-minute video conversation with Ramzan Kadyrov. During this conversation, the head of Chechnya allegedly threatened the woman and forbade her to discuss his family. At the same time, experts believe that Sobchak, who has cooperated with the Russian authorities, may be the part of Kremlin's propaganda. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Vasyl Panasiuk, UATV News.